Hey guys, I am back with another video of which teams can still go to the Season 3 World Championship. I will not be explaining the league systems in this video as I've already done it in my other ones, so if you want to know how they work, you can check those out. I will once again warn you for spoilers for the specific regions and have a button you can press to skip past it. If you want to avoid spoilers for Taiwan, click the button on the screen. The last game of the Taiwanese regionals was between Taipei Snipers and Gamania Bears, where TPS was already one game up from coming through the winners bracket. However, Gamania Bears managed to pull through in the end and winning with a 3-2 score, sending them to the quarterfinals at Worlds. This means that no one from the Season 2 champions Taipei Assassins will go back to Worlds, since their support player now plays for TPS. If you want to avoid spoilers for North America, click the button on the screen now. The North American regionals didn't fail to be one hell of a show. TSM had to take on CLG in the quarterfinals, while Dignitas was up against Curse. TSM managed to get a 2-0 victory, putting them in the position to play Vulcan in the semifinals. Meanwhile, Dignitas took down Curse and had to take on the dominating Cloud9. The surprise came when TSM managed to go for another 2-0 victory, this time against Vulcan, sending TSM straight to the World Championship and for the chance for the first seed. Vulcan had to play Dignitas for the third seed, as Cloud9 managed to get a 2-0 victory over them. Vulcan played great in the third place match and managed to get to the final spot into the World Championship. In the finals, Cloud9 managed to dominate TSM. Game 2 was the closest game, while Game 3 was almost a complete stomp, and it ended with a 3-0 victory for High and his team. This means that Cloud9 will be going through and get the quarterfinal spot into the World Championship. If you want to avoid spoilers for China, click the button on the screen. The Chinese league really got down to the wire. Last week Positive Energy was just one win behind Royal and Team WE, meaning they had to win one more game than the others to have a chance to go through. And they did, going 3-0, while the others went 2-1, put all three teams in an overall 13-8 record. Two of these teams would be sent to regionals and have a chance to go to the World Championship. From what I can understand, they decided the outcome with the win rate between these three teams. Royal had a 1-2 versus Positive Energy and a 3-0 versus Team WE, putting them at a total of 4-2. Positive Energy had a 2-1 versus Royal and a 1-2 versus Team WE, meaning they end at 3-3. Team WE came out last of the three, since they had a 0-3 against Royal and a 2-1 record against Positive Energy, giving them a total of a 2-4 record. This means that Royal and Positive Energy will go to the Chinese regionals with OMG and IG for a chance to play for the two spots into the World Championship. Team WE will not go. However, both OMG and Positive Energy have been denied their visas several times and might not get to go to Los Angeles. This means that Royal and IG might get sent in their place in case there will be more visa issues. Now, the visa issues might be caused by the fact that they don't have a real reason to go to Los Angeles yet, since they haven't been qualified. We will just have to wait and see what happens. If you want to avoid spoilers for the Korean OGN, click the button on the screen now. The OGN ended with a bang. MVP Ozone played CJ Frost in the third place match and it ended up going to a Game 5. And in Korea, that means a blind pick game. CJ Frost had a 7-0 record in blind pick and they were looking good going in. MVP Ozone had other plans however, and even after an early lead for CJ Frost, MVP Ozone managed to come out on top, giving them 200 circuit points. That means that if SK Telecom would win the OGN finals, MVP Ozone would be going to Worlds with the second place seed. And the finals was spectacular. While KT Bullets won the first two games fairly easy with their objective control, SK Telecom managed to come back and send the finals into another blind pick game. Here we got to see 4 ninjas with 2 Shens and 2 Zeds, and one of the most amazing plays I've ever seen coming out from SK Telecom's Faker. SK Telecom managed to pull through in the end, putting them at the third place in the circuit and sending MVP Ozone straight to Worlds, with Najim Black's sword getting the quarterfinal spot. Katie Bullets will have to play a tiebreaker against CJ Frost for the 4th place seed and see who will have to go through 3 best of 5s and who will have to play 2 in the Korean regionals for the last spot. SK Telecom and Katie Bullets have been looking very strong, but what I've learned from watching Korean OGN is do never count out a CJ team. The last part of this video will contain spoilers from all the regions, so if you don't want anything spoiled, I suggest you click away and thank you for watching. Now we have almost all the teams ready for Worlds with a bunch of regionals done. Gaming Gear EU will be the wildcard team, while Team Ineski will be the Southeast Asian representative. Najin Black Sword got the 1st place seed from Korea, giving them the quarterfinal spot, and MVP Ozone got the 2nd. 3rd is still to be decided. From Europe we can see Fnatic, Lemondogs and Gambit, when North America will be sending Cloud9 into the quarterfinal, with TSM and Vulcan battling through the group stage. Gamania Bears from Taiwan is also in the quarterfinals, and the 4 Chinese teams left still have to play for the 2 spots they have. I gotta say I'm glad that the winners of LCS Spring Splits, TSM and Fnatic, in the end got rewarded for their efforts and being sent to Worlds. I think it will be good for TSM to fight through the group stage, and maybe they will actually win a game this time around. They will have a bigger chance to prove themselves and take a game off an Asian team. Thanks for watching. You can follow me on Twitter and subscribe for more League related videos. I've been Nemeth. See you guys in the Rift.